side. We're almost there.
Well, persistence hunting is a form of pursuit hunting, often in hot environments, in which a hunter runs to drive prey into exhaustion, heat stroke, or some kind of traps.
And after many hours, the animal will get slower and the hunters can approach unto a close distance. This method is coming from the traditional Bushman people from the Kalahari, the San people. So in the Kalahari, the Bushmen, they pursued gemsbuck, eland, kudu, botok, springbok, steinbok, to mention a few.
I don't know of anybody in the last 20 years who would run down an animal or try to do such a thing.
Have you heard of Roby?
My name is Roby Dattatria. I'm 57 years old and I have two big hobbies, hunting and running. Long distance running, I started with marathons and then from marathons I moved towards ultramarathons. Ultramarathons is everything above 40 kilometers, 42 kilometers. And I'm very lucky with my family who is supporting me, and whenever possible they love to join on these trips. As a sportsman, I always love new challenges. When reading about ultra running, I found out that humans developed into long distance running creatures because they needed that skills for hunting From my side as a hunter, I was just wondering if it was still being done, and if so, where. After finishing the UTMB, I thought, if I can finish the UTMB, I can also outrun an antelope.
After that race, he then told me, when we were having a beer after he finished the race, I was running that year as well, and I was at the finish line to cheer him to the finish. And after that race, he told me about his project around hunting and seeing whether it was possible to go after an animal in the kind of traditional methods to see if he could outrun it. And from there, I thought he was joking. I thought he was sleep deprived. He hadn't slept for 2 nights, and I didn't realize that he was being serious at that time.
When contacting professional hunters in Southern Africa, they didn't believe that outrunning an antelope was possible, and especially for an old European.
The possibility of an European hunter to keep up for many hours, although they are very trained, I see it a very difficult task for the European hunter to persist and keep up with the wild animal.
Then I started to investigate the persistent hunting or outrunning the antelopes, and I just couldn't find any recent information about where it's being done, how to do it, and in which areas.
I was really surprised when I heard about Robbie that he is trying to persistence hunt now, like today, because last observations of persistence hunts in scientific literature are over 20 years ago, and those were done in Kalahari by well-experienced trackers, by some people. And it's a long time ago, and no other mentions of persistence hunting are in the scientific literature since then.
At that point, I saw my new challenge. The only way to make a persistent hunt successful is to have a proper team to support you.
Yeah, my name's Doug Stewart, and I've been coaching Robbie for several years now, and focusing on ultramarathon events, predominantly races. He first approached me for coaching after he'd done a race in Oman, and he found it very tough, and he was then taking on an even bigger challenge called the Ultra Trail de Mont Blanc, which is a 170-kilometer race which runs around Mont Blanc with 10,000 meters of climbing. So it's been over a year in the development for him then to get fit enough to do the project.
We also needed the scientific information and the theoretical information about what antelopes can handle, information about what the human body can handle.
So my name is Martin Hora, and I'm a biological anthropologist at Charles University at the Department of Anthropology and Human Genetics. And we mostly use mathematical modeling and simulation. So knowing that somebody is trying to do it again is exciting for us, because it can get us so many information about this way of obtaining meat, which was probably very important in our evolutionary history.
Sven Fischer, who has won 4 gold medals at the Olympics, supported me mentally. He is a biathlon runner, and he knows what it is to push yourself to exhaustion and then focus on completely different.
Ja, hallo, hier ist der Sven Fischer, und viele kennen mich aus dem Sport, aus dem Wintersport, aus Biathlon. hier jetzt mitbekommen habe, um was es geht, nämlich darum, dass man versucht, eine Antilope im Rennen einzuholen oder beziehungsweise zu hetzen, so wie ganz früher. Und da denke ich schon, da ist schon dem Leistungssport sehr nah. Also von daher habe ich großen Respekt und ich bin gespannt.
The next thing was to find the right area. The most obvious area was Namibia, where I could contact my friend Philip Hennings.
Hi, I'm Philip, conservationist hunter from Namibia. We welcome you to Namibia, and this year we've got a special project. So we've got a request from a hunter and ultramarathon runner from the Netherlands who'd like to pursue animals the traditional way the Sand people did 1,000 years ago.
Philip contacted the most experienced and fit trackers in the area, so they could learn me how to track the animal and chase the animal.
Yes, my name is Charles. My surname is Cartwright.
Mein Name ist Cornelis und mein Nachname ist August. Und ich bin hier gekommen zu der Jagd mit Robin.
With the team ready, it was time for the detailed planning.
Natürlich, das Wild muss auch bei dieser hohen Temperatur auch den Temperaturhaushalt regeln. Und
African bullets thermoregulate or lose heat mainly through panting, through their breathing.
Und jeder, der einen Hund hat als Jäger, der weiß, wenn der Hund hechelt, dann versucht er, die Temperatur runterzufahren und atmet sozusagen und über die Zunge atmet er und Temperatur wird da geregelt. Und deshalb ist es für die in der Temperaturregelung ganz schwierig. Und man sieht das auch hervorragend, gerade in der Mittagszeit, wie die Tiere sich dann an so einem Baum dann im Schatten ausrichten. Und wenn dann der Schatten wandert, wandert das Tier einfach mit. Und dieser Schutz vor dieser Hitze, das ist natürlich enorm wichtig aus Sicht der Tiere.
Well, in contrast to this bovids, humans as a species are very well adapted to walk and run in this open, hot, tropical environments. We are basically, our evolutionary history is in these environments, so we are well adapted to it. We lost functional hair on our body surface, which helps to evaporate the sweat. We are also bipedal, so we exposed much less body surface to solar radiation.
Ich selber durfte auch einige Trainingseinheiten mal in der Mittagssonne machen, was ja eigentlich völlig wider der Natur ist. Gerade wenn du eine Antilope ausrennst, bei so einer Hitze, wenn ich sage Hitze, dann finde ich das extrem, was jetzt hier abgeht.
Probably the greatest difference on a interpopulation level is that humans who inhabit hotter climates have usually greater surface area relatively to their body mass. But endurance is just one part of a question. Another part of the question, equally or maybe even more important, is tracking.
As a European, I had no experience with tracking animals.
Jeder Jäger, der normal jagen geht, so wie ich jetzt auch gejagt habe bisweilen, dann hast du natürlich einen riesen Vorteil mit der Technik. Aber so wie früher gejagt wurde, dass das Wild gehetzt wurde, auch als die Menschen hinhergerannt sind, das ist eine riesen Herausforderung. Und
so the Sand people, they are professionals in tracking. They are hunters. They are gatherers. That's what we are doing here in Africa.
Ist natürlich so, dass früher unsere Vorfahren auf alle Fälle die Erfahrung weitergegeben haben, von einer Generation zur anderen. Wie jage ich? Wie jage ich im Verband? Wie versuche ich, das Tier einzugreifen? Oder wie nutze ich die Natur aus? Und das ist ein bisschen den Menschen verloren gegangen. Und dadurch wird es natürlich umso schwieriger.
To be a killer or a hunter who dares to kill and decides to kill, it's not for everyone. And we've grown up here in the outdoors and we've been hunting for many years, and I know killing the first animals is not easy. It always brought tears into my eyes.
He's mentally, I would say, a very tough runner, so his psychology is very good, and he had this goal. It was a goal he wanted to achieve, so that meant that I knew he'd have the mental strength to keep pushing and pursue in persistence hunting. So that key challenge was just getting his body physically ready to kind of handle the demands of the temperature, the climate, the underfoot conditions that he'd be running in. Very different from running around the streets of Amsterdam. So one of the challenges in this scenario was we didn't know how long he was going to have to run for. When you're doing a race, you know the distance, you have an understanding if the race is taking place previously of kind of an expected finish time. But for something like a challenge like this, we had no idea how long he would be going for.
If he uses some experienced trekkers, it will be about endurance of his trekkers, I would say.
Die ander ding ook, ons het probeer dit met die speer te maak. En onze wild is baie gevaarlijk. So, dit is ook a very dangerous situation.
War auch mit großem Respekt auch den ganzen Tieren gegenüber, auch gerade was so Schlangen anbelangt. Also von daher ist es nicht ganz so einfach, und wir Menschen, wir gehen in das Territorium der Tiere. Das dürfen wir nicht vergessen. Also es ist nicht so, dass wir sagen, okay, wir sitzen hier schön an einem Bildschirm oder wir gucken uns einen Film an und das ist aber alles schön. Aber wenn du wirklich in dieser Natur steckst, dann bist du einfach nur Teil der Natur und keiner fragt danach, okay, du bist der Mensch, wir haben jetzt einen Respekt, wir nehmen Rücksicht auf den Menschen.
If you come very close with a spear, so the animals will also come and attack you. They will come and charge at you. So there you must be very wake up.
My biggest fear was that when I was successful and managed to get the antelope, the predators were there before the car was there to rescue me. We tried a couple of times to outrun the antelope, and then one day it was raining and all the animals hid behind the trees, so we couldn't find any animals.
Kasi yung kumroy kamar ng hausa. O kung nagiging sport kagwa, awan na.
That second day we chased the elands over the mountains. It's just very difficult to speed up and push the eland fast enough with all the stones and the bushes and the thick bushes and the thorns on the bushes.
When I started running and I could trek, then I saw the elands 3 times, I think. It was difficult in the mountain.
Wir haben es verfolgt, aber als er dran war, haben wir die Spur verloren.
Must go again? We have still 3 hours.
First get some water. The third day we tested it on the plains. That day went very well. We could really keep pushing the elands and also get closer and closer to the elands.
That's fresh. What's that? Eland. They were standing here. We are just in front of them. We are maybe 10-15 minutes just behind them.
We saw them, so they really got exhausted. In the end, I managed to get in 2 meters of the eland.
Und da war 5 gehen nach oben.
Ja.
Und dann die große Bull, das war zu schwer.
Ja.
So war oben, ist wieder
Oben und Berg und dann nachgelaufen.
nach unten gelaufen.
Ja.
Was wir auch in Europa machen. Und dann sagt man etwas, und dann friest das Stier.
Ach so, das ist ein Gewehr.
Ja, aber ist nicht gefroren. Ist gesprungen.
Ja. Ook goed, verstehe ich.
Hey, but did you, while you were following the track of the eland, did you see them as well?
A few times.
Yeah? Were they still 7?
Don't know.
With the team we built up a lot of experience and now we know how to do it and how to finish it successfully. So it's all about trekking.
Baie difficult om te hardlopen en dan moet je die spoor houden, want je mag die spoor niet verloren nie. Want dan rest die dier weer 10 of 15 minuten en dan is hij weer fix en dan zal dit net de hele dag aangaan.
Alles, was ich draußen gesehen habe, wird man so sehr gut. Und die ganze Woche habe ich nicht Ruhe gehabt. Ich habe nur gelaufen zu der, was gefunden an Freude zu sein.
If you want to outrun the antelope, the best thing is that you can see the animal continuously.
Maar daar moet ons net baie mooi terrein krijgen. Daar moet niet bossen wees nie. Dit moet baie plat wees.
And you don't have to focus on the ground, what's happening. You can just focus on the animal and continue to run.
En dan zal het kan werken.
We're planning a new trip to do it. And we'll be looking at what's the best time of the year and secondly, what's the best area.
Ons try het weer.
We will try it again.
I'll be back.
Full of confidence, we start to plan the next trip.
We're heading down into the Namib. It's our family farm. It's a 21,000 hectare paradise. It's about 550 kilometers from Windhoek, so 7 hours drive. And it's an isolated valley which a river runs through, a dry river with big camel thorn trees and mountains on the left and right. So it's a big valley where hundreds of gamsbok live, and springbuck, ostrich, spotted hyena, leopards, cheetahs. It's a real wilderness area, and there we're going to do our final try.
The openness of the valley would reduce the importance of trekking. You could keep the animal inside, so we didn't need time for trekking, and we could keep pushing the animal at a higher speed. I sat down with the dog to develop a new training plan. Because of the different area, We were expecting that we could run at higher speed.
We worked a lot on speed and running speed on the flat in the latter stages of the plan, rather than looking at developing his climbing speed and doing long training or walking speed up mountains.
You keep the animal at greater metabolic rate, so the animal produces more heats and overheats more very fast, and overheats faster, and it's also exhausted much quicker than at lower speeds.
It gets up to 40 degrees and there's no shade to hide for the sun. That can be very dangerous for the trekkers and myself.
The other limit would be heat stroke or hypothermia. Just we should avoid as a humans. We should avoid letting our temperature too high, over let's say 41 degrees Celsius. Talking about sweating, that's great to keep cool, but it has a huge disadvantage. Because we lose a lot of water during sweating. So we have to be careful about not to dehydrate. Our simulation suggests that it should be possible to hunt for 5 hours without getting badly dehydrated. But Robbie, if you can, take some water with you.
Not only about fitness, it's also about the spear technique.
Nächste Herausforderung. Früher wurden solche Fähigkeiten und Fertigkeiten dann von Generation zu Generation eben auch weitergegeben und perfektioniert. Und ich glaube, wir sind nicht mehr so zielsicher und auch mit dem Speerwerfen sind wir nicht mehr ganz so stark. Und da habe ich schon noch ein bisschen meine Zweifel, dass dann der Speer wirklich auch zum Erlegen des Wildes dann auch führt.
It's important that you are experienced enough to throw the spear at the right spot.
Und wir wollen ja als Jäger, dass der erste Schuss sitzt. Insofern hoffe ich, dass das auch klappt und das Tier keine Leiden hat.
After considering various antelopes, we decided to go for oryx this time.
Well, oryx, it's quite a special animal because he can sweat. He can sweat. If he's well hydrated, he can pant and he can lose heat by sweating. But if he's dehydrated, it's all a different story. He lets her body temperature to go up, to go very high, over 40 degrees Celsius. So he stops to gain heat from the environment. But this could be a good thing for a hunter, because if you find a dehydrated oryx, he would overheat very quickly.
Wenn man dann noch im Verband zu zweit, zu dritt jagt und dann als Kette rennen kann, dass man sozusagen dem anderen das zuwirft bzw. zutreibt, dann ist wahrscheinlich die Erfolgschance noch höher.
On the other hand, if you follow an oryx who is well hydrated, he can sweat, he can pant, and it would probably take much longer to run it down, to run it to heat stroke or something like that.
Because of the heat and the more challenging conditions, my family pushed me to get my heart checked. Otherwise, they wouldn't let me go.
Mein Name ist Dr. Claudia Meyer. Ich bin Kardiologin und arbeite im Universitätsklinikum Münster, speziell in der Abteilung für Herzbildgebung hier in unserem Herz-MRT-Zentrum. Also das Herz ist für mich persönlich das faszinierendste Organ des Körpers, denn es fängt ab dem 21. Tag nach der Zeugung an zu schlagen und hört eben einfach niemals auf, passt sich eben den physiologischen Bedingungen gut an. Das heißt, bei Ausdauersportlern kommt es letztendlich zu einer Anpassung der Herzleistung und manchmal auch der Herzgröße. Heute kommt der Robi zur Untersuchung, denn er hat ja eine sehr starke sportliche Anstrengung vor sich und da macht es auf jeden Fall einmal Sinn, nach der Physiologie des Herzens zu gucken, vor allen Dingen, ob er ein Sportlerherz haben wird oder nicht. Heute machen wir dann eben die Untersuchung mit dem Stress-MRT, dass wir Robi dann zum gegebenen Zeitpunkt, etwa zur Mitte der Untersuchung, ein Stresshormon geben, einen Stresstransmitter. Das ist das Adenosin, das kennen die Sportler alle als Adenosintriphosphat, was ein endogener, körpereigener Stoff ist, der im Prinzip alle Energiestoffwechselprozesse im Körper mitsteuert. Und das werden wir ihm für 3 Minuten geben. You will receive the adenosine only about 3 minutes. For the first 30 seconds to 1 minute, you will not notice anything. Then you may feel a little breathless and we increase the heart rate. Now we have 1 minute of adenosine stress. Do you feel something now? Okay. So Robi, how do you feel after the examination?
Yes, it was interesting. I kept my eyes closed and stayed there. Got proper instructions.
You need to get back to Amsterdam. So your heart is anatomically correct and the function is absolutely normal. The dimensions are normal. Because I thought you had an atlas heart, but the values are in the normal range and that's very good.
And what's athlete heart for?
Typisches Sportlerherz ist dadurch charakterisiert, dass es zu einer exzentrischen Hypertrophie kommt, dass oft die Herzfrequenz langsamer wird, dass sich das Herz dieser Belastung insbesondere bei Ausdauersportlern anpasst.
Hey, and how come that my heart can manage it? Is it then stronger muscles or fitter muscles or what is it?
I think it's the whole body condition. It was not too much for your heart. In any case, I see no reason against your plan.
Okay.
So, I wish you much success for your plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And then go for it.
Yeah.
So first we chase and run and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then, because it is quite a far way to travel, then we squat that block and give it a try. You will have a territorial male, and when a group of females come by, he will keep them and he will fight off the younger ones. So sometimes then the herd moves on and then he will be by himself.
Okay, but he will stay in an area and the herd with females will move.
So yes, I think we have got good opportunities because the rains have been there, no? The old tracks are gone.
And it's during daytime, it's really up to about 30 degrees, 28, 30 I think.
Yeah.
So that's also the Bushman fit.
Did they do their training?
So they have been playing soccer and
Okay.
trained for the soccer, and I think that can be good preparation.
Yeah. And are you fit? Fit for running? Ah, come on.
Hast du wieder da?
Ja, ich bin wieder da. Ich bin fit. Ich bin fertig dafür.
Ja, ja.
Und dieses Mal gehen wir das machen, ne?
Ja, das ist schön.
It's unbelievable how they can run.
But how long do they continue to run?
So they will run even the car away.
Yeah, but how long? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours?
It's a real challenge.
Okay. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll know tomorrow.
Ja, ich bin gut. Guck mal morgen, was los ist.
Sure Hendrik is fit. Hendrik, I'm sure that you're not being outrun by a 50-year-old man.
No.
From Europe.
Springbok as well.
So I see oryx. They're right in front there where but the trees are right on 12 o'clock. All those little spots. Nah, that's all Gamesbock.
If we give it a try, it's going to be a 4 or 5 hour try.
Probably what?
Yeah, let's have a
So I think they will stay there. We will cross there the water spot. Make a loop over here.
I think it's the other thing is that if they're in a herd, they probably also stimulate each other to keep running.
Yeah.
They motivate each other. They don't want to be dropped out.
No. We're going to go across the valley and see what else we find. I'm sure the group will stay there.
We always can go back.
Yeah. I think we found them.
Here in front is it?
Yeah, hundreds of oryx.
Shall we give that one a try?
I think yes. Robbie, can you hear?
Yep, here I am.
Is everything fine your side?
We've done 15k and we still have enough water, so we can stay here for another 1 or 2 hours.
Okay, everything fine. I'm on standby. See you guys later.
Philip, can you come? Come our side. We're almost there. It's just 5 meters. We're finishing it off.
We're on our way. We're coming.
That's it, it's it, leave it, it's okay, it's okay.
The animals on our side. We were just. It's hunting. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're unlucky. This time we were lucky. Kenier.
Ja,
and Hendrik.
Yes.
Ja.
No, actually it's the first time. But no man could ever have done. It's what we have done today.
Ich bin Freude mit das.
And I'm really excited about it.
The animal is down, we did it. We proved that it can be done. The Namib Desert is really stunning, and it's such a fantastic experience to run through the desert with the 2 trekkers and nobody else. It's just us 3 and the animals. The environment is harsh. There's no hiding for the sun, and you have to keep on running. Don't give the animal even a minute to recover. In the beginning, we found a herd of oryx in a location which is called the Bushman Rocks. We followed them first walking, and then after some time we started running and started pushing the herd.
Ich war mit dem Hobby beim Gensburg angelaufen, haben die Spuren hingelaufen und dann habe ich die gesehen. Und weil ich die gesehen habe, habe ich ja angefangen zu der Hardlauf. Und die gedreht.
And at about 15k, one animal went loose from the herd and we started to follow this animal. This animal started to run into circles, which allowed Hendrik and Kamir to cut the corners, which allowed them to recover from running.
Und die Lauf, was ich da so rum, eine Seite nur rumgedreht, an kann sich drei, aber in eine lange Kurve, immer eine lange Kurve da.
After some time we saw the animal slowing down and we could close in.
Ja, und wenn dann die Fluchtdistanz verkürzt ist, dann hat natürlich der Jäger eine viel größere Chance, dann mit dem Speer auch dann zu werfen.
After about 22 kilometers, we could encircle the oryx. The oryx was really exhausted and sat down. Like Ralph warned me already for it, African animals are very dangerous, especially when cornered.
An der hingelegt, an der hatten die will anstoßen, aber der Rubian hat gekommen mit dem Asagai und der hat da gestochen.
Mit dem Oryx, die sind natürlich auch gefährlich, ne? Die können natürlich auch dann in Angriff starten. Also von daher, ist schon nicht so ohne. Ja.
The skin of the oryx is very thick and it's difficult to get your spear in. You just aim for the heart, throw hard and kill the animal, so there's no unnecessary suffering. It was a healthy female, not pregnant, not feeding. In Africa, the whole animal is used. The skin, the meat, the guts, everything. We processed the meat we could handle ourselves and we gave the rest of the animal away.
Yeah. Did I think it was possible? I think so. But there would be other athletes that I would say I thought would be more suited to doing the challenge, who are younger, faster, maybe more experienced ultra runners.
Ja, damit ist sogar der Beweis angetreten, dass das nicht einfach nur überliefert war, sondern dass sie das wirklich so gemacht haben.
Roby, I congratulate you on your persistent hunt. You've managed it. You've really pursued the wild animal. You've kept the tracks. You followed it, and you really did kill it, and in an ethical way. And
natürlich den klaren Kopf zu haben, dann auch wirklich mit dem Speer da zu werfen. Also Respekt.
Du hast der eine getroffen, der war so Freitag, ich habe nicht so ganze Tag gelaufen. War nur Halbtag gelaufen. Anfang morgens und wieder um 12 Uhr mittags. Und ich war so zufrieden gewesen. Ich war so zufrieden gewesen. Und Ruby auch, und Hendrik auch.
I must, for sure, there's only a handful of hunters left in Africa who can really do it. I'm sure maybe you're the only one in Europe who can really do such a challenge, and yeah, congratulations.
Well, I hope that next time I could join Roby on his trip. I cannot think about it, how great it would be, what information we could get, because there is so much we could get information about while observing a real hunt.